Hi there, it's April Garwood from Banana Moon Studio. In this video, I will be showing you how to take a little crochet rectangle and turn it into a beautiful crochet bow. Now, before we start putting together our bow, if you're not sure how to make the rectangle that becomes this bow, click up in this corner to see the video tutorial for the stitch pattern so that you can see how to make this piece to turn into a bow. Recently I released a new pattern called Loveland Lace Bow, and it's a small crochet pattern to make a very pretty lace bow. This is the larger size, and this is the smaller size. Probably need to adjust it a little bit. Okay, so there are let me pull this out so you can see better. There are the two different sizes. I used We Crochet Comfy Fingering Weight. So that is the yarn that we're using here. It's a cotton blend. I'm going to set those aside. Here I have finished the crochet rectangle for the larger size of the bow. And let's see, this is, well, let's see, I'm trying to find the right side of the work. Okay, this is the right side. And the way we're going to transform this into a bow is we're going to start by folding this in half so the right sides are together and the wrong sides are out. And then we'll fold this edge back and the bottom edge so that I have accordion folded this rectangle. Okay, so that's what we have. Kind of want it to stay that way. And then I'm going to take the end of my yarn that's attached to my skein, and I want to tie it around the center of this folded rectangle. You want it to be tied kind of tightly, but I personally didn't want to really squeeze down the center of this bow. If you wanted to wrap this, like tie and wrap this really tightly, you could squeeze down the center of your bow and make it really small, but I felt like it looked better to do it a little more loosely. So that's probably a good tightness. It is somewhat snug around this center, but you can see that I didn't really squeeze it really tightly. So there's that. And then I'm going to trim this end off a little bit shorter. Okay, and at this point what I want to do is wrap it several times. And this is just kind of something you're going to, you know, kind of artfully decide when you have enough wrapped here. Well, I didn't want to. When you feel like you have enough wrapped here and it's like the size that you want. So I feel like that looks pretty good. So I'm going to turn this over to the wrong side, and I have this clear drying Crafters Pick fabric glue that I got about 200 years ago. I've had it forever. So I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of glue here, and then just kind of dab this over this last piece of the yarn, kind of spread it around using the tip, and that's going to help it stay where I've put it. And I'm going to trim off that extra, and then I'm just going to leave it to dry. Okay, and then when it finished drying, I kind of spread this out and maybe pulled a little to adjust the sides and make sure they were even. And then you can use this bow as an applique if you want. You could use it as an embellishment, like maybe on a wooden letter to represent your name, or any other way you can think of to applique or embellish with this bow. You could use it that way. You could use it as a bow tie for anyone that enjoys wearing a bow tie. But I have this very basic metal alligator clip I got at a hobby store, and I just took it. So here's the squeezy end. I took this end and I just slid it through there. Easy peasy. And so now it can be used as a hair bow or maybe as a bow tie. I've never actually, like, I don't know if an alligator clip works for a bow tie or if you need to create like a strap to go under the collar, but anyway. So that is how you take this little crochet rectangle and turn it into a beautiful bow.